Welcome to Infowars.com. This is Christian Andrew reporting. This is Information Warfare. Today's topics: Court hears arguments in lawsuit against Obama Indefinite Detention law. Twitter, spamming celebrities, not okay. Advocating murder is fine. Here's the news. Judge asks government lawyers if NDAA can be used on ordinary citizens. A federal court in New York heard arguments Thursday for the preliminary injunction against the National Defense Authorization Act, also known as the NDAA. The bill signed by Obama that legislates for the indefinite detention of American citizens without trial. No habeas corpus. U.S. District Judge Catherine Forrest heard testimony from 7 witnesses, including MIT professor Noam Chomsky, Pentagon Papers source Daniel Ellsberg, and Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, author, and Middle East expert Chris Hedges. Hedges himself filed the class-action lawsuit claiming that the indefinite detention provision of the legislation, otherwise known as the Homeland Battlefield Bill, could see him sent to Guantanamo Bay for simply doing his job, and at the very least would have a chilling effect on the work of journalists and activists. The controversial legislation signed into law on New Year's Eve by Barack Obama, kind of sounds like the Federal Reserve Act, allows American citizens to be abducted and held in detention camps anywhere in the world without trial under Section 1031. Pretty cryptic, huh? Although Obama indicates in the signing statement attached to the bill that he would not use it to indefinitely detain American citizens. Although it was the Obama administration itself that requested the provision be worded so it would apply to U.S. citizens. Quote, "If there is no rolling back of the NDAA law, we cease to be a constitutional democracy. Totalitarian systems always begin by rewriting the law," unquote, Hedges said. "They make legal what once was illegal. Foreign and domestic subjugation merges into the same mechanism. Citizens are colonized, and it is always done in the name of national security." I'm really glad that these high-profile figures are standing up and actually doing something legitimate. You know, filing a class action lawsuit, getting it, seen by the Supreme Court, and getting media exposure to make American citizens aware of the threats that the NDAA cause to all of us. So, we'll continue to report this as it unfolds. Finally, Twitter, spamming celebrities not okay. Advocating murder is fine. Social network giant maintains Kill Zimmerman page despite massive condemnation. For those of you who have been in a cave for the past 3 weeks, Trayvon Martin was shot by Zimmerman here in Sanford, Florida, actually, where I'm reporting you from, coincidentally. And Twitter has refused to delete a profile page advocating the violent murder of George Zimmerman, the man who shot Trayvon Martin, even after a massive media backlash and despite the social network's regular practice of deleting accounts for the comparatively minor offense of spamming celebrities or discussing certain political issues. The profile page features an image of Zimmerman in crosshairs and includes tweets such as, quote, I'm not going to curse, family program, I know that, F the government, kill Zimmerman. RT, if you think Zimmerman should be shot instead of goon to jail, kill Zimmerman. Since I don't have a date or escorts, very nice, I'm thinking about running away and killing Zimmerman. We should just all get up and kill Zimmerman ourselves. F the system. And I ain't no hater, but I hate that cracker. One of the tweets also expressed support of the fact that Obama has publicly involved himself in the Trayvon Martin tragedy. The page has been active for around a week, and despite widespread media attention, Twitter has refused to remove the profile. Is Twitter taking a political stance amidst one of the most racially charged public debates America has ever seen by keeping the Kill Zimmerman page active? A brief summary of pages that were deleted by the company in the recent past suggests the answer is yes. Alright, so we're here in front of the Sanford Police Department, and as you can see, there's a whole lot going on. A lot of this hostility that the mainstream media has been saying is going on. We were just in downtown Sanford, and not a whole lot going on there either. We're gonna go in a minute here over to where the march started at the elementary school down the street. We're here on Lake Avenue and West 13th Street in Sanford, Florida. Alright, we found someone who wants to talk to us about the Trayvon Martin situation here in Sanford, and your name is?
Chris Riggins.
Chris Riggins. Alright, so tell us how you feel in general about the situation.
Well, in general, I just think we probably should have had an arrest and a booking. They did arrest him, but they didn't follow through, and I believe it's a cover-up, because like I say, the lead investigator wanted to arrest him for manslaughter, but the prosecutor and the chief and the assistant chief, even the acting chief now, they said no. You know why? You know, they say they don't have enough evidence, when clearly there's enough evidence for him to at least be arrested. Then let the system work out. That's all.
Okay. So you don't support the Black Panthers, push for vigilante justice to, take him, without the aid of police?
No, I don't really think we need to get violent.
Okay.
I mean, most of the people who say that don't live in our town.
Right.
They didn't want to come in and burn up our buildings. I don't want nobody to burn up my buildings where I live at.
Right.
Burn up your buildings where you stay at. It'll come out. Like I said, I just think he should go through the system. Let the system work. That's what I believe. Let the system work.
Okay, awesome. And Reverend Al Sharpton mentioned having a boycott of local businesses. Do you think that would be beneficial for local businesses here in Sanford?
I really can't say on that one. I think it might put more pressure on the people as far as the commissioners and the people in charge, the voting people. That might put more pressure, because now you got pressure not just from us but from the business owners. They're going to put a lot of pressure on them also. And I think they're not doing their job either. The commissioners on the management, they should have did something, stepped in by now.
Okay. And on a completely different note, the other topic of this news broadcast is the National Defense Authorization Act. It's an act that was signed into Congress on New Year's Eve by Obama. Are you familiar with this act?
Not really.
Okay, just to let you know, pretty much the NDAA is a act of legislation that will make indefinite detention of American citizens a possibility if they feel that you even are potentially supporting a terrorist agency. But the language of the legislation is so vague that it kind of could be anybody, just for what websites you go to, or really anything. Do you feel that this how do you feel about something like that happening here in the U.S.?
I really don't think that's justified. I believe you should have a right, like I said, either to protest or live your life. If you're not doing anything violent, you should be able to have your own point of views, freedom of speech. I think it goes against that myself.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. Well, thanks a lot for participating. You get a copy of Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined from Infowars. Update. Since the interview, Jeff Showup, commander of the National Socialist Movement, has announced that racial unrest in Seminole County, Florida, the NSM to respond with armed patrols. We have been contacted by dozens of local citizens from the area who are concerned about the safety of their families in the wake of the Trayvon Martin shooting. There's going to be some interesting findings. Is this controlled opposition, or are these genuine National Socialist members just trying to balance out the racial outcry? We'll stay on this and check back soon for updates. Thanks for watching Infowars.com. I don't believe in the odds against